operators having gone on strike over what they call the exploitation of Uber and Bolt drivers. Drivers say the industry needs to be regulated as they do not have control over pricing and therefore operate at a loss. We tried to get a hold of him on Zoom earlier but couldn't do it, so we're now going to do it on the line. Vhatuka Mbelengwa. Vhatuka, a very good morning. Thank you so much for making the time. What is it that you as e-hailing operators are unhappy about?
Morning, thank you for having me. Look, it's historical issues that we're unhappy about. We want to be included in setting pricing. We want to be consulted as to how often vehicles are being onboarded. We want a platform where drivers can defend and represent themselves in dispute situations. Right now we've got so many drivers who are just being blocked without any right to reply, which can't be right. This situation cannot continue to happen.
But how are you affected in terms of profitability?
Well, in terms of operational cost, right? If they're saying, like Bolt is trying to introduce a new platform that reduces our per kilometer charge from 750 to 550 per kilometer, it doesn't make sense. We can't operate at that rate. It's not even there's no transport provider that can make sense of a 550 per kilometer charge. Now, Bolt can do this because they don't pay for the petrol, they don't pay for the vehicles, they don't pay for the insurance. They have no concern on what the driver earns. They are concerned about their own personal earnings. And we cannot continue to just sit by and let them do as they please while we find ourselves just getting into more debt, losing our vehicles, being blacklisted as a result.
Yeah. Have you tried engaging with both Uber and Bolt?
We have submitted several memorandums to both organizations, and we have gone unanswered thus far. In fact, we've received several arrogant responses that simply state that they will not engage with us. And as a result, we have decided to embark on ongoing disruption. It can't be business as usual as long as the black child is being exploited.
That's an interesting one. Why are you making it about the black child? Are you not including the white Uber and Bolt drivers?
Well, look, I'm not excluding them, but majority of operators are of black nationality. Over 98% of it, if not 99%. Yeah. And then when I say this is an opportunity many people are pursuant of because they are desperate to do. They are desperate for something to do. They are desperate to partake within the economy in a healthy, legal manner. Now, these vehicles, the training is being funded out of black homes. We are putting strain on our families. We're taking loans with our families so we can buy these vehicles, and we're not being so. And we're then putting this investment into an industry that has no protection of our investment. We need our investment protected, which directly translates to the black home. The black home needs to be protected because billions have been put in. The last study we did, we found that there's 4 billion rand in assets in Gauteng alone, administering the services of Uber and Bolt.
Yeah.
So it cannot be that our homes continue to take strain and these foreign companies just continue to steal from us.
But look at the things that you've listed that you're complaining about. Are these different from what the drivers sign in terms of your terms of engagement at the beginning of the contracts?
So at the beginning of the contract, you must understand the anxiety to try and partake, right?
No, absolutely.
And often the terms of engagement are changed, right? The terms of agreement are changed. So a driver will get up and want to log on to his app, and then he'll be told, please accept the new terms and conditions. So there's no room to even negotiate on those terms and conditions. There's no room to say we're happy with this, we're not happy with this. It's a simply take it or leave it situation.
It's Transport Month this week. Are you engaging with the Department of Transport or government in terms of assistance with dealing with these multinationals?
Well, we've been engaging. We've been at the Competition Commission. We've been at the National Land Transport Act Amendment Bill. We've been to Parliament. We've tried to engage on all platforms. Thus far, we haven't received a satisfactory response. We are planning for the transportation Vhatuka, where we believe e-hailing is on the agenda, and it's the first time we'll be on such a major platform. We are hoping to be heard and understood there. We are hoping that the transportation sector of South Africa as a whole can learn from what we've learned in embracing technology and and incorporating technological platforms into our transport network.
All right, please just give us the details of the strike and how many provinces will be affected. But I also want to know, because these are multinationals who probably will not be impacted because their brands operate globally, how do you hope this action will impact them?
Well, look, I think the ongoing pressure is beginning to be felt by them. Yes, they are multinationals, but this is South Africa. We do have a government, we do have law and order, and we hope that Minister Mbalula and other stakeholders and other departments that have the power to come to our aid will do so. It's long overdue, but we can't stop. We have to move forth. It's long overdue, but too many lives have been lost for us to stop now. Yeah. And at the core of it, we feel that what Uber and Bolt have effectively done is that they've led an assault on our nation's morality. I mean, we've seen fathers killing their sons, when the meter taxis and e-hailing operators were at war with each other. And this is an assault we must stop. This is an assault on our nation's morality we cannot allow to continue to go unanswered.
So I want to ask you this, and this is part of a question we spoke about earlier, about the fact that the kind of support you're getting from government, the fact that the e-hailing transport system is a niched system. It's not necessarily a public transport system. People go there by choice. How are you hoping to bring in both the government, but not only government, us, the users, in this conversation and show us how important this action is?
Well, I think let's look at it from this perspective. Government went out and said to us, let's engage in the fourth industrial revolution. So these app companies are really representative of what the fourth industrial revolution kind of looks like. These sort of solutions are aligned to that. So government has called for us to embrace these sort of solutions. So these are the ills of the fourth industrial revolution, and government needs to begin to address and prepare to protect its people from these ills and this exploitation, right? From a public perspective, this is a very convenient app. We help people shuttle their grandmothers, their children. So it's really becoming, and it's not niche, it's something that's really reliant, or people are becoming very reliant on. So it occupies a much larger space than some people assume it does. Let's look at it from an investment perspective. I mean, if within Gauteng alone, we're sitting with 4 billion rand in assets, a further 2 billion rand spent on annual operational costs, I think those sort of justify proper intervention by government, So these aren't small numbers. This isn't a small industry, and the impact on our lives is not small. It's very great.
So again, how can the public help you to make this more impactful?
I think I'd like to implore or ask the public to engage in South African apps. We do have a brand called Taxi Live. We do have Drive By. These are all local apps that are being produced and are trying to come to the forefront. We'd like you to be patient with those apps. We'd like you to download and give them a try. They're available in your respective Play stores.
Let's thank you for talking to us. We'll be watching to see how it unfolds.
Thank you.
Vhatuka Mbelengwa is representing those e-hailing operators who are going on a strike. Earlier on the show,